What's up, YouTube? I wanted to show you these tables that I built. So a long time ago I got these metal panels. You can see they're tongue and groove. They've got insulation, probably about 2.25 inches. And they're pretty thick gauge steel. I had these, I bought, I don't know, hundreds of them. Because I was going to use them as the siding on the garage. But they ended up being so heavy that I didn't really want to mess with finding a way to hoist them up, and it was going to be a disaster. So I ended up selling most of them, but I've turned some of them into projects. So I'm using them here as a floor to kind of stiffen the it's just a plywood floor, and I park my car here, so I use it to stiffen the floor. I've used them for benches. And so I built these benches with these metal legs you see here. I can't remember the name of these, who makes these. I'll put a link in the description. And then I just put, 2x6s on the bottom and 2x4s underneath to make shelf down below. I got some really heavy duty casters. Because they're tongue and groove, they can fit together pretty tightly and make one big surface. Or I can split them apart and use them. Oh, I'm totally tipping them. Or I can split them apart and use them separately. I could use them end to end if I wanted to. And because the wheels are so large, they actually roll pretty nicely. So I can use them end to end. I wanted a big workbench, but I didn't want it permanently in the middle. So I've been changing the location of these, pretty frequently, depending on what I'm doing in this area. So this one I actually installed a drawer, which I obviously have utilized to its fullest extent. This is a light fixture, one of those 4-foot fluorescent light fixtures like that one. I just mounted some ball bearing drawer slides to it, and this actually makes a really nice drawer. The only downside is that I made it on the side where the tongue is, so when these two are together, which they are most of the time, I can't actually get to the drawer, which is a bummer. But yeah, so all you need are these metal supports. You could also just use 2x4s and build them. And then I suppose you can't get those either, but a piece of plywood would do. I don't really know the dimensions. These are, I think, the 32-inch panels, and they're probably 6 feet long. So when the whole table's together, it's 5 or 6 feet by 6 feet. So it makes a nice square. But yeah, that's the tables. I've mounted a power strip to each side. This one has one on this side, and that lets me plug the table in from above to an extension cord, and then I have all my power ports here along the side. So yeah, I've been liking them.